podcast to everyone. It's Ada from Poison Rock, and it's really my pleasure to have with me Laura from TVINNA. I would say Laura Fella because you're known as well as Laura Fella. So first of all, how are you? It's a really pleasure seeing you again. Really, after 1 year and a half, really pleasure. It's a
Likewise, I'm very happy to be here. And yeah, it's been
yeah.
1.5 years. I'm really, really happy to see you.
Yeah. So, and of course, the hardest question. I was going.
Everything is fine. I'm still super stoked, to be honest, because our album has been released almost a week ago, and it's still like this excitement level high and tiredness level also very high, but that's good. It's
because like, of course, you release such a beautiful songs, all of different from kind of each other, like Two Steps, Fortress, and as well the lastest one. I mean, we have so many influences in TVINNA, and as first question, I would like to ask you how you choose. I mean, how TVINNA started, began, because of course it's a beautiful project with amazing musicians too. So,
yeah, thank you. Actually, it was my inner urge to start a band that was kind of handling also the female strengths everyone has, not only women but also men have these feminine side, and it has been suppressed for so long. So it was really, for me, the urge was there to start a project to kind of celebrate this inner side, but not only that, also the interconnectedness we as humans have with nature. And I was so lucky to have other females starting this project with me. So it was also Faun and TVINNA's ex-member Fiona, and Fieke van den Hoek, she's a producer. We kind of started out, and TVINNA was born all of a sudden, and it really felt like stones are kind of starting to roll, and that's how it all started.
And because like the first album, because was One in the Dark, so there is this 1, 2. It's kind of things you choose to give, like 1 to the first full length and 2 to the second full length. It's like a kind of a path of a concept. These let's say 1, 2, 3 you're giving.
Yes. Absolutely. So we, Fiona and I actually created this concept. We really thought we wanted to make a concept album that was for the first one.
Okay.
But we knew we wanted to handle like different stages of life, and you cannot handle like life in all its different facets in one album only. So we knew we were going to do more, probably 4, and also link them to the elements. And that's how One was born. And for One in the Dark, it was really kind of it was me playing around with the title. You know, I wasn't sure yet whether we would name the second album 2 and something, but it gave us the option to do that. If we named the first one with something with 1, and also it's this thing like being in the dark. That first chapter really handles the unborn state of life, which is darkness.
Not only the elements as well, but as well a kind of let's say the darkness, the shadows that I think we all have in our daily life, and early stages as well. So kind of, let's say, relating to elements and stages of life, and that's a really beautiful concept, because of course the first album was in 2021. So so let's say it faced, like you said, the whole let's say the beginning stage of life, and in let's say TVINNA perspective, how is described?
First stage of life is super dependent, I would say. So it's really the unborn. I don't think that we could shrink whole human existence only to a physical existence. So when does it start? We don't believe it just starts when you're born. We think it starts, or I think it starts way before. So I don't know if there's like a huge pond where all of our souls are swimming in. or we're just floating through the universe. I don't know, but it was this kind of image, and that's why we were really playing around with that thing, with being in the darkness, not being here yet, not understanding properly, and but knowing everything. So it's very intuitive, and that was kind of the first album. That's kind of the essence of it.
Yeah, it's kind of as well like a sort of the beginning of TVINNA, like let's say the early stages. So like I say, we can put it like into the dark, like the very beginning, and it was well amazingly received by the fans, the people, the audience.
Yeah.
So to go off, of course, to Wings of Amber, which the title is beautiful, not only for the amber as a stone, as a this beautiful stone crystal, but as well the title is really poetic, and of course this let's say the second as well as a concept album, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
We go throughout the darkness and say the shadows, and now we just what we face now.
Yeah, we step into the light. It's kind of this, we're passing the gate into life and stepping into the light. And it's
yeah.
The second album is not like we're not here now, we know everything. It's a lot about dreaming. It's a lot about visions, about creating your own reality, about creating your own, or being the crafter, the creator of your own life. Because that's something, which has always been very important to me. I really want our music to give strength to people and tell them, like, you're capable of changing so many things, and you're capable of doing whatever you want to, as long, of course, it doesn't hurt anyone else.
Yeah,
but that you're strong, and this is your life, and that's what our music is about.
It's beautiful because this is something that lots, I think if not everyone can relate, because like not only in the lyrics, in the topics, in the lyrics, like this kind of it's kind of a healing journey, because you go through the darkness and then you face your inner, let's say, demons, your own shadows, and then you go into the light. It's something that we all do when we have to heal, when we have to face a new path. There is only this. I think it's kind of as well every day. Maybe we can have to face that. So
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a kind
of.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, I was saying, keep on going, yeah.
And also it's about, something about coming to consciousness. So at the very beginning, we're not really conscious of what we do and how things might affect us, or how they will play on us when, years come by. But at some point, we become conscious of things and our surroundings and really understand, okay, I don't want that anymore, or this and that is good for me. And taking over responsibility for yourself is something we really have to learn. And I also have to say, I don't think that today's modern societies are really good in teaching our children how to take care of themselves. So that's also something this second album is handling, like really stepping aside of our children and telling them, like, you're strong and you're welcome and you are loved. And this is such an important message. We really wanted to take that over too.
Because with all that's going on, in the social media platform, in a school as well, I think if that the closest people that can teach to children who they actually are, of course, it's parents and friends and relatives and people close to them. But we know that as well as we were growing up, we had a lot of influences from the surrounding. There could be TV shows, media, music, and that has a lot of big influences on us. And nowadays it's all confusion, it's all you have to be like that person, better than that person. There's always a comparison with someone else. So maybe you don't know exactly who you are until a certain age. So understand what is right or wrong. So that's a beautiful topic that you chose, and especially, like you said, for children, it's really important, because it's a well said quote, but they are our future. That's our
Yeah,
future is in
they
their
are.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've seen this kind of attitude across the internet. You know, you really don't have to become a parent nowadays. I didn't know if I wanted to become a mother for a very long time, and that's totally fine. You know, that's left
Yeah.
to everyone for themselves to decide. And I would never judge, but I really noticed kind of a trend online where it's like, yeah, I don't want to become children. I would rather take my cat or whatever. And, you know, this kind of making fun of parents, or not understanding parents, or even further, making fun of children and how annoying they are, etc. pp. And this is
Wow.
kind of an attitude I really don't want to see at all, because, yeah,
Yeah,
we're
because
all human, and
yeah,
children are humans too.
we
And
were children, so we were
yeah,
daughters as well. There were kids. I mean, we all came from the womb of a mother, and that's the
yes,
cycle of life. That's the natural, the earth itself that creates.
yeah,
In the animal, in the wilderness, it's this is how it goes. Nowadays, I notice as well there is this kind of trend and fashion of these women being not wanting kids, like we are stronger, and sometimes even that's really sad comparing kids even to animal. Like, oh, you have a dog, the same things as a kid. It's not the same because it was like you
no,
say that we are. It's beautiful the nature, but like you're saying, it's creating a little bit as well of awareness to people, parents with kids, because music
yeah,
field is full of amazing people with families, and
yeah,
it's important for us as a fan, as a listener, to see there is a kind as well of the musician as well a normal life with kids as well.
yes, a human, actually, you know, like, really, we have a lot of things in common, you know. Also, making music, creating art is a way of communicating. And for me, it's very much about connecting with you people. I'm not doing it for my own selfish reasons only. Of course, I'm an artist. I need to find a way to express myself, and obviously it's music, but also for me it's really about connecting. And I'm getting inspired by your stories and your experiences, and you're finding strength in our music, and this is like the most beautiful thing for me.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's really deep and beautiful. Let's say that we can say kind of the core of TVINNA itself, which is beautiful. And of course, I mean, I don't know the meaning of the name, to be honest. So I would like to ask the meaning, because I like how I pronounce it's pronounced, but it's a stupid question, but it's important as well to know.
Yes, so absolutely, and you're pronouncing it totally fine. It's TVINNA, and it means interwoven. So like really like a
Wow.
braided hair, or like, yeah. And it's for us. It has been the connection between humans
Yeah.
and nature. Like, we are a part of nature. We descend from her, and we are totally dependent and connected to her. So if anything goes wrong, we are fucked too.
Yeah.
Sorry to say that, but it's also, there's a second layer to the name, and that's like the interconnectedness of us humans.
Yeah.
So, you know, how many generations we go back in time and kind
Yeah.
of come back to one, which is super amazing. And
Yeah, that's
yeah, I'm sorry.
that's also deep meanings, and I think people should take notes. But I think listening to the album, even reading the lyrics and seeing the video clips, we want to talk about the video clips, how they are amazing. I mean, I know that you being in founder are amazing video clips always has been. I always saw amazing video clip with you in it, but when this project happened, the Icelandic video, I have to admit it, really, how you did it. I mean, who cares about the video clips? It's beautiful, and you being there, it shows the strength of a woman, the strength of a human being, the nature. You,
Thank you
yes,
so much.
no,
That's so flattering.
I mean, I saw you performing live. I saw you, in the backstage, and I saw your strength. But in that video clip, it shows like another side of you, which is really as a strong and let's say like a kind of inspirational woman. So it's beautiful. I mean,
that's really so flattering.
No, I really mean it. I mean it since the first day I met you. So
no, I totally believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, and because I think it's about in Armad, it's about this beautiful video clip that was shooting in Iceland. So, which is the story behind it? Because it's really beautiful and deep. I mean, I get lost when I saw it. Like, wow, and it's beautiful.
I must say we've been so lucky. So I actually contacted the first video shooter we ever shot a video with. So also the video for the gore, he is Icelandic. And he, of course, at that time knew the concept behind One in the Dark and that it's about elements. And then it was 5 years almost. So at that point, it was 4 years back in time. He said, you know, girls, whenever you are shooting the videos or you need the videos for the Fire album, just hit me up. We will shoot the videos in Iceland. And actually, at that point, I remembered, like last year in January, like, okay, Guia, so that's his name. He said that, what if I just contacted him and asked like, hey, what's up? Do you want to shoot a video in Iceland? And I wrote him. I didn't even know if his number was still the same, but I wrote that number and he was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. By that time, he was already living on the Faroese, so he had to travel, but that's fine. He's, like I said, he's Icelandic, so he really knew about some locations. It took us almost half a year of planning, like how to make everyone be there at the same time with cars, and because you have to have a car in Iceland, obviously, and really be there. And the flights and everything was crazy because, you know, we're not at a major label, we're not a huge band yet, like everything is like self-made so far. It's really, we really have to take care of everything ourselves, which is totally fine, but of course a lot of work. And then we actually met up in advance. We had dinner together at our holiday apartment we had there, and then we talked about everything. And I must say, with him, I was just totally relying on all his experiences in Iceland. I knew he's Icelandic. He is like full-time photo and videographer. He knows the landscapes. He knows everything about it. So I would just trust him, and that's what we did.
But the performing on the video clip is just all of you, the merit as well, beautiful and ethereal. That's the strength, that's the etherealness, because I think that in all of folkish music that can go throughout, let's say, a musician like, I don't know, Kathy Run, Runa Hill, all these amazing women, they have this beautiful ethereal and as well a little bit of alternative sometimes. I think as a component that is missing in the folk scene. So something new in the folk scene sound. And that is, I don't know how to describe it, but it comes from the riff of the guitar. It comes from this alternative and avant-garde almost. It's you created something new, I think, in folk scene. That's why.
Thank you. I think I totally agree. And the funny thing is, actually, the first album was very folkish. I must say the second one isn't really. It's like we only have in one song, we still have the accordion, which is in Fortress. And for the other songs, there's only like sometimes, or like shaman drum in there. And the melody, of course, they sometimes sound very folky. I totally agree on that. But I think it's rather the atmosphere that still creates this kind of mood. But I totally agree. It's about time to also find some new sounds or some new facet of folk. Because there has been as well, like in Iceland, that put in a little bit of electronic, let's say, experimental way. But TVINNA is more like an alternative, which is, I think, made the band can listenable from everyone, even not listening to folk. Just go listen for alternative music and experimental. That's the beauty of it.
and it's capturing that it's catchy. It's catchy. It's not rented. It's catchy. The riff of the guitar, your voice, the bass player. She's amazing. She's amazing. She's amazing. And because of course, I mean, we just introduce as well. Let's introduce as well the other people, the other amazing people involved in the project. TVINNA. Because it's I think fair to introduce them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And also the drummer. I mean, with the lineup change, we also changed the drummer, and yeah, Ala he is insane. He is really, really, really good. And also the stuff he does is super creative, but also, and that's really his strength. He can also lean back and just do the minimum, which will lift the song. He's not having any problems with his ego. He's never doing too much. And that's something I respect a lot, because that's something you have to be capable of when playing in a band.
Yeah, of course. And of course as well, like right now there has been the release of the full album since a week, and the band are kind of like the band as well, I think, fan and band enjoying the album. And of course they can find it. It's released by Norse, if I'm right. So they can find the physical copy, digital copy throughout them as well, or throughout your website.
So if you guys are into folk, then you can definitely find by Norse. It's also the label of Vadruna, for example. Everyone knows them, and also Calandra, for example. You can just go and search for By Norse store. It's their only site, and you will find TVINNA stuff there. Or you can, of course, go to our socials. We have everything linked, and if you just don't know where to go, you can just write me. I will have everyone.
Yeah, and that's because as well, like this album, I think that will put you more under the spotlight, like around the world, around at least at the beginning of Europe. So, of course, what can you say, Laura? Because I know that you're really busy with the live shows as well, but there will be some lives of TVINNA, because it would be really amazing to see them live.
Yes. The thing is, we will have 6 live shows this year, but only in Germany.
Okay.
And only until summer, because I'm pregnant, and
Congratulations! Your daughter will have a little sister. Oh, that's beautiful.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's why you're shining with this beautiful life.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's something really pregnant women do. So
yeah, I'm happy for both of you, for both you and your husband. You're really happy.
Thank you. So I will most likely not play any shows from August until whenever. I don't know yet. Yeah. We will see. But we really want to travel Europe 25. Let's see what we can do about that.
Hopefully,
I would love to.
I mean, for sure. I mean, I think this album is like I said, is getting all the attention, because it's a kind of, that you can play in any festival, because it's for everyone. So we can see you going throughout, I don't know, Summer Breeze, Partisan, Midgardblot, Burning Man, I don't know, every type of festival that we can say. And
I would love to do that.
Yeah, let's say the Burning Man is a little bit dangerous, so maybe let's keep it more Midgardblot, which is more family friendly and safe for kids.
Have you ever been there?
Midgardblot, unfortunately, no. It's 2 years that I'm not able to go there. Once because the flights are too much expensive, and from Sicily it's long. And and another times because maybe people that you rely on, that sometimes people are always like, okay, I'm going, that not going, but I still I have booked the flight, the hotel, so I'm kind of hoping. So for now, I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just gonna wait. But it's a beautiful festival. Everyone sees that.
I would love to.
You ever been played in Midgardblot?
No, not yet. Not yet.
I mean, I think we will see. We're playing you with TVINNA probably. I mean, probably will be like maybe in 2025, because they have always amazing lineup, always. And of course, before I want to ask you, because of course, like I said, I saw you playing with the Faun. You are in TVINNA, so these are different influences. Your main, as a Laura, as your main influences, because of course you are a musician, because you did as well other collaboration, for example, with Fabienne Ermi, that is an amazing singer, an amazing person, woman as well. So your personal influences growing up, which are?
Okay, so I actually have, I would say, three. I really always adored the music of Galmana, so the Swedish folk band.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly those.
I guess the show you mentioned, yeah.
And also the way Emma stands on stage and just stands there and everything around her kind of explodes, but she stands there and sings. I always admired that. So that has been a huge influence on me. I'm so bad with names right now because
Okay.
so I don't know the name, but a former band, they're not active anymore. They're called Gjallahorn. They're
Okay.
from Finland, and the singer is amazing, really, really beautiful. Yeah, maybe I can, if you remind me, I will send you a link.
Thank you.
And then, like, the biggest influence as a singer, though, has always been Maynard James Keenan. So the singer of Tool, A Perfect Circle, Pussifer.
Yeah.
The singer has, because he's not what we call a studied singer,
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
he's such an amazing singer because he can transport any emotion. As a singer, he can make you feel any emotion he wants you to feel.
And I can see
where is the strength.
Yeah, and I can see where your way of singing and performing came from, because you do the same. I can witness. I was there under the stage, seeing you, and you carry on. I mean, I was like taking pictures, was like dancing, and just like looking at, because you have as well this way of performing, being in the stage. There's something that I think that with TVINNA would be amazing. I really looking forward to see you in 2025, wherever it will be, performing with TVINNA. I think it will be really I'm gonna say a deep and transcendental experience. I don't know.
I hope so. That's my goal. I really want to make people dream away. It's not about absolutely being in the moment, being captured by the music and seeing their own images, being in their own bubble. But yeah, that's what it's about.
That's that's what I feel and what I felt and what I'm feeling listening to the song, because it's all of you created something new in the folk scene, and folk scene is like a family. I always say that all people from folk scene is like a big family, and when there's something new, it's like expanding this family to give to other folk bands as well, like kind of idea they can express themselves, look for other sound, go out of the bubble of folk, which is beautiful. Beautiful. The traditional, the rawest folk is always beautiful, but exploring like you did always make it more interesting, and it can make dream as well. So Laura, thank you so much, first of all, for the availability, and it's a pleasure, really a pleasure seeing that, being up, just meeting up from years, we're still talking now. It's beautiful, and I adore it. It's beautiful, because I just say to the people, really, you are an amazing singer, an amazing musician, an amazing human being, and I remember you smiling all the time with your daughter and your husband. Just as you are on the stage, I can confirm you are as a human. I mean, you basically welcome me. You basically welcome me the day like someone that you already knew, and it's not let's say it's not something to take for granted. So that was a time that I want to say thanks after 1 year and a half for that day. It was
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I remember even the late tattoo session. I remember. So let's hope for the next time to see you with TVINNA this time. So it's new pictures, new photos, and some pictures together, because we didn't do it because it was a little bit chaotic. So some pictures together this time. And have a beautiful family, beautiful evening with your family, and still congratulations for your pregnancy. Wish you all the best, and welcoming a new life. It's always beautiful. So all the
Yes,
best for
absolutely.
you and your family and your daughters now. So always have a good evening, and thank you again, Laura.
Thank you, you too, and hope to see you again soon. It was really a pleasure, and it actually, for me, it also felt like, we've not seen each other for 1.5 years, and I
Yeah,
looked at you, and you smiled, and it was just like, yeah, yeah, I'm back in Milano.
yeah,
That was really nice.
yeah, because we immediately clicked as well with the diet. It was like, okay, we know each other. We can talk about like we chit chat. Next time we'll chit chat
Yeah,
more.
yes,
So
we will. Promise.
yeah, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
and big hug to all of you. And see you either next time on the stage again, which is the best thing
Yeah.
ever. And I can say for the first time, because you usually do afterwards Zoom and then real life. With you, I did the opposite, which is beautiful. I can say that.
Really cool.
Yeah,
Nice. And then we gotta make just next time live again, and then another Zoom, and then
yeah, of course,
continue the circle.
of course. Thank you so much, Laura. Have a beautiful evening. Each kiss.
Bye.
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 Rise where darkness sows, hope grow, let fires go.